I just got the best question about wealth and abundance and energy, basically saying that it was complete and total BS. And this is the thing, right? I love the hocus pocus and the magic. I'm driving, so this is why I'm looking up and down. I love the hocus pocus and magic of everything. But here is like the nitty gritty of magic. I went to, here's an example. Okay, I went to a sports store the other day, and I'm going to meet my chosen daughter, Amber, in Edinburgh next weekend, like the weekend of the 11th through the 14th. So I was over there doing a little shopping, and this cute girl was talking to me about something, and she was like, oh my God, I can't believe you're going on vacation. I wish I could do that. And I'm like, what do you mean you wish that you can do that? How much, where do you want to go? And she's like, oh my God, I've always wanted to go to Italy. And I'm like, where specifically in Italy? She's like, oh, I always wanted to go to Florence. And I'm like, Florence is a fabulous place. Why can't you go? And she's like, well, I don't have the money to. I work here at Stadium, which is like a sports store here in Sweden. And I don't make that kind of money. And I go, oh my God, here's a great question for you, several. And this is the point of magic and abundance and wealth. First of all, it's belief. Second of all, is having a plan. So I said, so where do you want to go in Florence? And have you ever thought about it? How much does it cost to get there? What does it cost for a plane ticket? What does it cost for a hotel? Or you guys are young, so you do hostels. What does it cost for an average day of eating 3 meals a day plus a cocktail? Like, if you really think about it, because this is part of the planning, right? And she's like, yeah. So we calculated that it was like 3,000 crowns. So, you can 3,500. You guys can change that to your dollars and wherever you are. And I said, okay, this is pretty reasonable, 3,500 for a weekend. Let's clock this out. And I said, I don't need to know your salary, your monthly salary, but how many times do you go out with your girlfriend? Oh, I go out with my girlfriends twice a week. And I'm like, yeah? Oh my God, that's so great. Tell me, when you go out with your girlfriends twice a week, what do you drink? Oh, I always have a glass of wine, or I have a cocktail. I'm like, so between 90 crowns to 120 crowns? And she's like, yeah. And I said, how many cocktails or glasses of wine do you have? And she's like, oh my God, I love going out with my girlfriends. Energy. And I'm like, yeah, who doesn't love being social, right? So how many glasses do you have? She goes, well, probably on average 2, maybe 3. And I'm like, okay, so we'll lowball it and say it's 80 crowns. 80 times 3 is 24. That's 240 crowns, right? You do it twice a week, 240 crowns. Well, 240 crowns times 2, that's 480. So we could just say 500 crowns. And I said, you spend 500 crowns on recreation, fun and recreation with your friend, right? And she's like, yeah. And I said, 500 crowns, right? She's like, yeah. And I'm like, so imagine for you to go to Florence for the weekend, it costs 3,500 crowns. And she was like, oh my God. And I go, right? Because 500 into 3,500, do the math, right? 35, it's 7. So it's 7 times that you spend, it's 7 times. So that's 7 weeks or 7 times, either 7 times or 7 weeks. So in a matter of 2.5 months, you have enough money to go to Florence. And she was flabbergasted. And I was just, you are the cutest thing in the whole wide world. Let's talk about this. And she's like, I never thought about it like that. So I said, so the thing is, you have this excitement and you have this energy about going out with your girlfriends every week, twice a week, and you get a cocktail or a glass of wine, and it's so fabulous and it's so sexy, right? Magic. And I said, so imagine if you did the same thing, but you applied it to going to Florence. And it doesn't mean that you can't go out with your girlfriends and have a good time, but instead of having 2 glasses of wine, have 1 glass of wine. And do it, even if you still go out twice a week. So that's where you can put the magic, because the magic is in wanting to go somewhere and the excitement that you get. But you need to have a plan and take action. So can you see how the same way that this person, God bless them, were saying like, oh my God, it's a bunch of hocus pocus, it doesn't really work. that's not the way to look at it. The way I look at it is that the hocus pocus comes in the magic, in the excitement of wanting to go somewhere, and then the action and it's a planning and then taking action, right? So if you want to go somewhere, you want to do something, it doesn't matter where you are, it doesn't matter what your economics are. It has more to do with what is your drive, what's your ambition, what is going to get you there in order to accomplish what you want. So the magic is in believing yourself in the idea of wherever it is you want to go. And then it's about like being very precise and calculating what is it going to take for you to get there. And then taking the actionable steps that ensure that's going to get you from where you are to where you want to be. The magic, the planning, the execution, all of it has to do with you, darling. And that is the beauty of achieving anything you want in your whole entire most fabulous life. Now, I am at my destination and I am going to go into the sauna, baby. I'm going to go into the sauna because here in Sweden, it is all about some sauna, man. This is some tight parking. It is all about sauna, and I love it. It's my reward today because I worked diligently today and yesterday on creating fabulous content, and even here, as I'm driving to go to the sauna, I am talking to you guys, and in a way, this is also content creation. Oopsie. All right, that's it. Bye.